Tonight, an Indiana mom is using her grief to warn other parents about a bacterial infection that killed her son within hours. Now, this is something most kids are vaccinated against when they're babies. Tonight, our Logan Gay shares what it is and this mom's plea to other parents.
This is not your typical everyday flu.
She's talking about Haemophilus influenzae, also known as H flu. Doctors say it's a bacterium, not a virus, and it's extremely deadly.
We later found out that he contracted invasive Hib, and anybody that contracts it usually dies within 24 hours.
That's what happened to Ashlee Dahlberg's 8-year-old son, Liam. She says it all started when he came home from school with a headache in April. By the next morning, he was being rushed to the hospital. The normally lively child left barely responsive.
And they took him for an MRI, and that is when they discovered the amount of bacteria that was covering his brain and his spinal cord. And basically at that point in time, that's when there was nothing they could do.
All of their lives changing in the blink of an eye.
I would never wish this kind of pain on my worst enemy, ever. To have sat there and listened to the doctor say you did everything right, but there was just nothing we could do, and then to lay there with him as they took him off life support, and I could feel his little heartbeat just fade away. There's no words that can describe that pain.
Dr. Eric Yancey is all too familiar with H flu.
All the way up to the mid-70s and early 1980s was absolutely devastating. If it didn't kill the children, within a very short period of time, it left many of them with significant complications.
Complications, he says, pretty much ended when the vaccine was created in 1985. He says Liam most likely contracted H flu from an unvaccinated person, maybe even another child.
We pretty much had it under control, and that we just didn't see that many cases of it. But over the last few years, the immunization rates have continued to fall.
Now, Dahlberg is urging parents to make sure their children are all properly vaccinated.
I feel I have failed my child because I could not protect him from everything that would cause harm.
Harm that can never be undone. In Lowell, Indiana, Logan Gay, 13 News.